Everyone, and welcome to this video. So far so good. We have spent a considerable amount of time talking about different array methods and properties in JavaScript, and we have been able to see how we can work with arrays elements in different ways to achieve a given output or a targeted result at the end of the day. So in the last lesson, we were able to see the array keys method, the entries method of working with arrays element, and how each of these methods can be applied to the element of an array to get a desired output. We are very close to the end of JavaScript arrays in this lesson, in this series. But before we quickly bring that to a close, I want us to talk about another important two methods when working with arrays elements in JavaScript. The first one is the array width method, and the second one is the rest method. As you are going to be seeing in this lesson and the lessons that follows after this, so we are going to quickly take a look at the leftover method through which one can work with array elements, so that we will be very confident of our ability to use different methods and properties to work with arrays elements and achieve our desired outcome at the end of the day. So like I said, that in this particular lesson we are going to be considering another two extra methods, which you can see right here on my screen. The first one is the array width method, and the second one is the rest method when working with arrays in JavaScript. So without wasting much of our time, let's just dive in and begin to see how each of these methods works with elements of arrays in JavaScript. So the array width method is a safe way to update elements in an array without altering the original array. So like the description rightly said, that with the width method in JavaScript when working with arrays is a safe way through which you can update elements in your array without altering the original array. So it works like the previous method we've talked about that creates new array without modifying the original one. And if you look at my screen, you can see an example, an array that contains months of the year, and then you can see the method here. This is it, and then it's taking data or parameter, which you also can see right here on the screen. So this will update the elements in an array, and it will not alter the original array. So let's take a look at this in the code editor. So I pull up my code editor, and right here I want to make my array elements. And now if you take a look at my screen, I have this. Then I want to make another variable, my month. Then I can pass my array and pass in a position and a month. So this way I can do my normal document.get element by ID. And if you look at what is right here on the screen, you can see that we have January, February, March, April. Now let me try and take out this very March. So let's see what happens. Now you can see that now at the index position of 2, March is showing. So which match what I passed into my width method, you can see 0, 1, 2, and in the position of 2, that's where March is showing. So if I change this to a position of 0, let's see what happens. Now you can see that March has been moved to the first position in my array, which means that this method allows elements in an array to be updated without altering the original array. You can see that when I had this one as part of the month, the March as part of the month. I want to bring it back. Just a second. Now, you will see that it is showing twice now. You can see one at the beginning and one at position of 2, which if it follows this convention. But now, if I change this position to 2, where I already have 1, let's see what will happen. So it will just override the one I have there. And so instead of 2, it will be showing. But if I change the position of where it should go, now it will become 2. So this is how the with method works in JavaScript. So moving away from there, I want to show us the rest method when working with arrays. So the rest operator allows us to destruct an array and collect the leftover. So if you want to destruct your array, that means if you want to split your array, you can use that to achieve it in JavaScript. That is what the rest operator does. So I want to change the heading as well. The rest operator allows us to destruct an array and collect the leftover. So what does that mean? What does that even mean? Let's take a look at an example. So let me make a variable a and then another one. I will not assign any value to it yet. And now I can make my array elements. So 1 to 5, I want this, and I want to add more. 6, 7, and 8. Good. So I think I'm cool with this. Now, I want to pass in this method and assign it to the first array elements that I have. And now, can do this and say the rest is then plus the variable name. Now, so what this is doing is that the rest operator allows us to destruct an array and collect the leftover. So what it means is that the structuring pulls values out by position. So the thing is that if you look at the code on my screen right here, you can see that this first position was assigned to this and the rest was assigned to this, which means that the rest operator allows us to separate our array elements. So it will assign based on the variable that you have. So I have A and I have rest, 2 variables here, and then here I am restructuring them with what you are saying. So I'm saying that take values from my array, which is this, then assign an element to this, then the rest leftover elements, assign them to it. So this square bracket stands for the structuring, which is why we are saying it at the back of these 2 variables that I have up here. So this is how the structuring works. So the structuring puts value out by position. So what you can say right here is that it assigns the first position to the first element, and then the rest element, it will assign them to the other variable that I have. So the first variable gets reverse value, so which means A gets the value of Y. Then the rest operator, it collects everything that hasn't been assigned yet into a new array. So if they are left over, let's say I have 9, 10, so it will collect them, everything, and add them to a new array that has not been assigned yet. So based on what I have, but if I remove this A, let's say I take this out now, this way, let's see what happens. You can see that all the elements of my array are now being assigned to the variable, just because of the fact that I assign everything to one variable, and because I have one variable in this destructuring method. But if I reverse this, you can see that one will disappear, which means it will have been assigned to this first one, and the rest will be assigned to the second variable. So how do I know that one was assigned to A? Let me check the value of A. Now you can see that the value is 1. So this is how REST operator works in JavaScript. This is the REST method when working with arrays in JavaScript. Thank you.